Midnight in Paris, undoubtedly the best movie ever created. The romantic fantasy film, directed by Woody Allen, opens up with a montage of Paris landscapes. The delicate, static shots flip like vintage photos, showcasing the beautiful street corners, the Eiffel Tower, the shops, and the rain, with romantic jazz music to serenade the shots. The film introduces Gil Pender and fiancée Inez as they are vacationing in Paris. Gil is a successful Hollywood screenwriter but has found himself in a writer's block with lack of creativity. He hopes to seek inspiration during his time in Paris, but with a lack of support from his overbearing and materialistic wife, he finds it quite difficult. Compared to Inez, Gil is optimistic and high, appreciating the little things in life. He looks for joy in nostalgia and enjoys the vintage materials. Gil loves Paris. The lighting, the rain, the art, the streets, and the people, and he often feels alienated by Inez as she puts him down for wanting to become a novelist.
Why does every city have to be in the rain? What's wonderful about getting wet?
Gil loves and yearns for the time of Paris where writers were more expressive of their creativity and beliefs, and he feels that it's been lost in today's materialistic time. This beautiful film explores the clash between nostalgia and reality among fanatical encounters. It takes an adventure through the different time periods, the present, the 1890s, the 1920s, exploring the nostalgia that Gil experiences while vacationing in Paris. After a night out with Inez and their friends, they are invited to go dancing. Gil turns down the offer and chooses to take a walk down the streets of Paris to get that feeling of nostalgia he was hoping for on the trip. Wandering in the night, he finds himself lost in the alleys of Paris and struggles to find his way back. He continues to walk, and after a long journey meandering the Paris streets, he takes a break on a staircase. The clock strikes 12, and bell chimes echo the cobblestone street walls. Suddenly, a 1920 Peugeot pulls up, and voices yell out, calling for Gil to join them.
Come on. Go. Okay. Give me your hand. Okay. Sit down.
Gil joins them, and after a short drive, they arrive at a classy party. Gil was immediately transported into a different reality, a reality he always dreamed of. With 1920s jazzy music playing, Gil wanders through the party. He is introduced to Scott Fitzgerald and wife Zelda. He meets other famous figures from the 20s such as Cole Porter, Ernest Hemingway, Salvador Dali, Juan Belmont, Gertrude Stein, and many more. Gil feels like he belongs in this time and doesn't want to leave. When he returns back to his time period, he takes Inez to the same spot with excitement to show her how he was brought to the 20s. After a while, Inez gets fed up and leaves, but eventually the clock strikes 12 and the car pulls up again, transporting Gil back to the 20s.
Were you scared?
Of what?
Getting killed?
You'll never write well if you fear dying. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I'd say it's might be my greatest fear, actually.
Well, it's something all men before you have done, all men will do.
Gil learns more from Hemingway than he ever has being in his own time period, and he gives Gil advice on writing his novel. While returning to the 20s, he meets Adriana, who is Picasso's lover, and immediately he is attracted to her.
Oh, you must stay here.
Really?
Yeah, it's a wonderful city for writers, artists.
I know, I would like to, but it's not that easy.
And I did fall in love madly with your book.
Really?
So I want to hear the rest of it.
Falling in love with Adriana in her time period clashes with still having his fiancée Inez in his time period.
You ready to go swimming?
Hi. We're breaking up.
What?
Yeah, Gil's moving to Paris.
I knew it. I told you.
What's going on?
No, I'm gonna stay in Paris, but just because if I'm unhappy, I'll move back. But for the time being, yes.
With who? With who, Gil?
With no
All
one.
your crazy, hallucinatory friends?
No.
I mean, Mom's right about you, you know? You have this part missing.
As Gil transports between the time periods, we can see the difference in his emotions. In the 21st century, he is dragged away from his writing by his fiancée to meet her parents, visit tourist spots, and deal with constant sneering and isolation. When he goes back to the 20s, he is in love and happy. He enjoys things he couldn't have done before, and he meets a great group of people to hang out with and show him Paris in the roaring 20s. Even as the audience, we too cannot help sinking into the haven he escapes to. The air of love and fragrance of art and literature. Facing the conundrum, Gil has to make a choice between the past and present, his love and rationality.
Bothering you? Hey, how are you? I was hoping we'd see you here. Oh, what a great party. Oh, good.
It's nice to see you here.
Thank you.
Gil and Adriana are transported to La Belle Époque, which Adriana considers the golden age, and he learns that nostalgia is always relative and unattainable.
I dropped in on you the same way we're dropping in on the 1890s.
You did?
I was trying to escape my present the same way you're trying to escape yours, to a golden age.
Surely you don't think the 20s are a golden age?
Well, yeah, to me they are.
But I'm from the 20s and I'm telling you the golden age is La Belle Époque.
I mean, and look at these guys. I mean, to them, their golden age was the Renaissance. You know, they'd rather, they'd trade Belle Époque to be painting alongside Titian and Michelangelo. And those guys probably imagine life was a lot better when Kubla Khan was around. I'm having an insight now. It's a minor one, but it explains the anxiety, my dream that I had.
This is the most important scene, a scene of realization. Nostalgia makes the past seem better than it is, but that past is somebody else's present, who would see that period as dull. Midnight in Paris teaches us that no matter what, we have to live in the present. Being born in a different time in a greater era would not bring eternal happiness, because as humans we are unsatisfied with what we have. We need to appreciate the present more, as soon enough it will too be bathed in nostalgia. Appreciating the present is exactly what Gil does at the end when he walks away in the rain. Gil finally accepts that living in the past isn't all what it's cut out to be. After seeing how everyone in their generation feels, living the past in what they perceive to be the golden age would be better. Nostalgia is a very powerful thing.